So welcome to today's gratitude session. Today we are going to do day 26 and 27 because yesterday we were not chance to do day 26. Yes, so I'm going to join all of that today and do 2 sessions today. And tomorrow we are going to have our last session, which is day 28. And I'm so excited. I'm so pumped up to be here. But I've managed to do this for a month and more. And so excited because people are getting amazing results. People are actually posting in the WhatsApp group amazing changes, even in their emotions, how they used to feel or how they are feeling right now. And things have changed in people's lives, even in the area of their wealth. You have people who had written the magic check. Some of them got their magic checks paid and they are going up to other sums of money. You had people who had little health challenges, but because they are being conscious now of their what their mind is telling them or how they feel, they are able to change their thoughts. They are able to change the way they feel, and lots of things are changing in their life. And personally, just being grateful, just remembering to be grateful about everything that is happening in our lives makes you just feel happy, makes you just have that smile on your face. When you just want to be grateful for every little thing, there's a smile that just pops up on your face, and you feel like life is worth living. So good morning, Auntie Constance. I'm happy to see you join. I'm sorry I went off and on again, and I'm grateful that you're back here joining the session. So today I'm going to do 2 sessions, day 26 and day 27, because yesterday we were not able to get on the call. So I'm going to do those 2 sessions today, and tomorrow is day 28, which is going to be our last day. Normally we did not have the challenge going on Sundays because people are busy with church and all that. But tomorrow, since it's our last day, I don't want to push it into a new week. We are just going to end this tomorrow. Just short, simple session tomorrow to do day 28, and that will be the end of it. So I was saying that all through the challenge, many people have been having 1 or 2 results. We're happy for them, and we're hoping that others keep practicing and get amazing results as well. Now, this challenge was not just for the 28 days that we are doing them for. This challenge was for a lifetime, and the more you practice every day, the more you get conscious of it, and the more it becomes a lifestyle. What is important is for this to become your lifestyle. Once it becomes your lifestyle, you find abundance just keeps flowing to you from left and right. But if you do it just for the challenge and stop, that will not be the best option to take. So from now, okay, when I wake up in the morning, 10 things I can be grateful for. Even if you cannot have 10, but just check on what can I be grateful for. If you're feeling sick, what can you do? You just be grateful for your health in advance. For people who have situations that I've told you, oh, I have this situation, what do you do about them? You should be grateful for their already positive results happening to them. Don't dwell on the negatives that they have reported to you. Choose to be on the positive that you want to see in their lives, you want to see manifest. So lots of things that we have done throughout this challenge, and today we are going to do day 26, which is how to turn our mistakes into blessings. So I'm just going to go straight to it because since we're doing 2 sessions, we'll have time issues, so we want to just go straight at it. So today we want to see how we can make mistakes into blessings. We can turn mistakes into blessings. And you remember that when we were small, or when you even see a little child make a mistake, you don't really dwell on that. You just feel like, okay, he's young, he doesn't know what he's doing. So he'll get over it, like as in he will learn from his mistakes. But what happens is that the more we go older, when we become older, we get so hard on ourselves when we make a mistake. But I want you to understand that mistakes are what will help you grow. Mistakes are blessings in disguise, because inside every mistake, there's a blessing that is going to help you grow. Now, I will just say this because yesterday I was driving back from school. And while I was driving and coming to my house, a thought just came to my mind like, so you can just drive now without even thinking about what to do and all that. And then I started remembering what it took me the first few weeks I started driving on the streets of Yaoundé. It wasn't easy. At some point, I was thinking I will not be able to make it. And then I was just wanting to give up on myself. I said, the traffic is too tight in town. It's so hard to get by climbing on hills. It's so hard to stay in traffic on here. And yesterday we were in traffic on a steep area, and I was able to keep my calm. I was able to stay and move bit by bit until I got to my home. And while I was in that position, and then I remembered, before now, I will panic, and my car will go off, or I'll have to go a little bit behind. So I made those mistakes. And because I made those mistakes, I learned from them. Like, okay, I've made this mistake now. What can I do so that this doesn't happen again? You know, when it starts hurting, when you do a mistake, the mistake is something that will hurt you and lead you out of that situation. That when you make a mistake, it hurts. So it hurts to make a mistake. And if you learn from the hurt, it will now bring you to a place of learning where you will not have to go through that hurt again. But if you make a mistake and you choose not to, there are two things. You choose to learn from the hurt and change, or you choose to remain in the hurt and be blaming others for the situation, saying, no, oh, it's the traffic, oh, it's my car, oh, it's this and that. So two things will happen when you make a mistake. You either choose to see, what can I do to make sure this hurt goes away, or the next thing you can do is I remain in my hurt and I keep blaming others and other situations for this. So when I make a mistake, like when I was making the mistakes in my car, I was like, okay, what can I do now? What am I supposed to learn now? And as I was doing these things unconsciously, I've now gotten to a point over time where I effortlessly drive the car, I effortlessly be in traffic on a hill, and I can support the car and I don't go behind and all of that. I used to make those mistakes before. So it came to my mind yesterday. And today I was just saying that there are other mistakes that we make and we want to like dwell on it, feel the hurt, don't want to move on to that. I'm always making this mistake. Don't get hard on yourself. The more you make a mistake and the more the hurt builds, is for you to say that I don't want this hurt again. What can I do to make it different? What can I do not to have this particular hurt in my life? And you find out the solutions to get out of hurt. And if you continue to dwell in the hurt, what happens? If you continue to make the same mistakes over and over and you keep hurting yourself, it means that you continue to hurt yourself with that mistake over and over based on the law of attraction. So whatever you're having as a mistake, if you don't sort that out, that mistake will keep replaying over and over. It'll bring you more and more hurt up to the point where you say that, I'm tired of this hurt. I don't want it anymore. I want to come out of it. And then you come out and then you have learned the lesson. You get? So no mistake is there for just the sake of mistake. Every mistake has a blessing in it, because when the mistakes come, they bring some hurt. And if you don't want this hurt anymore, you have to learn, what are the lessons that I'm getting behind this mistake? And how can I do to stop it? Now, let's just take a simple example for somebody who is maybe driving his car. And you know how the radar always gets people on the highway going to Douala and all of that. So if you're speeding on the way, the radar will get you, and then you get to a certain point and the police officers now tell you to stop your car. So many people, when they get to the radar hits them, and then the radar gets them, and then they get, and the policeman wants to stop them, or the gendarme wants to stop them, they start to blame and say, oh, this policeman, they have caught me, and all that. He refuses to take responsibility that I was speeding, I was driving fast. And he chooses to blame either the policeman hiding in the bush and taking a snapshot of him, or he chooses to blame it on any other thing, but refuses to take responsibility for that speed. But if now he starts to look at the blessings that have happened because he was stopped by the policeman, I think that he will not make that mistake again to speed on the highway and get caught by the radar. So let's just take, for example, what kind of blessings could come out of this? If he starts thinking of himself, oh, I'm grateful that these police now have stopped me, because maybe I was not even concentrating on the road and I was speeding. Anything could happen to me. What if my family was also on the highway and somebody was speeding and by some means hit them? I want the policeman to check on people who are speeding. But because it's happening to you, you think that it should not be caught. But what if it was your family on the road and somebody on high speed knocked them down? You want to blame it on the police and say, you should check the speed of people on the road. But when it is you, you don't want to accept that. You could also say, okay, thank you, God, for this. I'm grateful for this police who have stopped me, because this speed that I was speeding, maybe I had a tire that needed to be checked. And if they didn't stop me for me to bring down my speed, this tire, anything could happen to it and I'll get hurt. You get? So these police people, these police men who are standing on the street, they are just doing their job. They're doing their job to keep peace, to keep security on the highway. If they were not there, many people will be going out of speed, and the security on the highway will not be, the highway will not be safe. So once you start looking at those things instead as, what is the blessing from this thing? What is the lesson that I'm learning from this mistake that has happened in my life? The more you feel grateful that that thing has happened, and you find the learning out of it and you learn. If you don't choose to learn from it, if you don't want to take the lesson that you're learning from that mistake keeps occurring over and over again, and the hurt keeps amplifying. And you get to a certain point where you feel so hurt that you want to say that I want to stop this thing. But if you don't stop it early, know that it will keep repeating. The mistake will keep playing over and over and over again, and the hurt will keep amplifying. Because based on the law of attraction, whatever the seed is that you've sown in the heart, it will manifest outward. It will grow after this kind. It will produce fruits after its kind. So if you keep making those mistakes and you don't correct it, the mistakes will keep repeating themselves over and over and over again. And the hurt will just keep amplifying. The hurt will just keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger. So whatever mistakes you make today, turn these mistakes into blessing. Now, don't hit yourself too much. Don't beat yourself too much that, oh, I'm making a mistake. Just take yourself as how the child would take a mistake. The child makes a mistake. He learns from it. He starts the first steps. If he takes his first steps, he falls down. He takes a few more steps, he falls down. So he's making those mistakes just to learn how to walk better. He will not just get up in a day and start walking. So whatever mistakes that you're making today, and you beat yourself up that I keep on making the same mistakes, I keep on having the same situation, just turn those mistakes into blessing and ask yourself, what is this mistake trying to make me learn? If you can catch the lesson that you're learning from the mistake, you will now see that that mistake is a blessing in disguise, because it wants to teach you something that you need to learn to make your life even better. So don't beat yourself up making a mistake. Just try to see what are the lessons that you're learning from that mistake. Learn the lessons and make progress. And always think about, like a baby, how baby takes his first few steps and all that, makes the mistakes. Magically today, start transforming your mistakes into blessing by giving gratitude for that mistake, catching the lessons to be learned and trying to learn them. Make sure that you're learning them and make sure that you're coming out of it, because the more you learn, now you're coming out of the mistake. Mistakes are not there for nothing. They're there to teach us lessons. So don't beat yourself up. So the next lesson 27, day 27 I'm going to join you to do today is the magic mirror. The magic mirror, right? So what does the magic mirror actually say today? Is saying that, so the appearance of things changes according to the emotion, and thus we see magic and beauty in them, while the magic and beauty are really in ourselves. So the magic and the beauty in the life that we are living, it doesn't start from outward situations. It starts with us. So now today, you find out that for the past 27, 26 days that we have been practicing, we give gratitude for things. We are hoping to achieve one or two things, maybe get some money, maybe get some good job, maybe get good health, or maybe get a good relationship. So we have been giving gratitude for things, but the main person that we are supposed to be giving gratitude for is ourselves, right? Now, today, the magic mirror, do you want to look, when you look at yourself in the mirror, are you grateful for your own self? So we're giving gratitude to others, outer people. Now the main gratitude is supposed to come to ourselves. How grateful are we for our lives? How grateful are we for the person that we are? Now, can you actually look at the mirror and say, I'm grateful for my life, I'm grateful for myself, I'm grateful for who I am? And can you actually pick certain things in your life and beat your chest and look at the mirror and say, yes, I'm grateful for myself, I'm grateful for who I am? Can we do that? And the thing is this, the more you're grateful for who you are, the more an abundance of those things that you want actually come to your life. And as we keep saying in this challenge, Matthew 13:12, to him who has, more will be given, so he has an abundance. But to him who doesn't have, even what he has will be taken away from him. And now you find out in the world that we live in, many people just beat themselves up like, I don't like myself. Like, I wish I was someone else. I wish I was this maybe Bill Gates' daughter. I wish I was the president's daughter. I wish I was somebody else. But you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. You are God getting a human experience. My coach always says that we are spirits sent to this earth to experience being human. That we are not human sent to this earth to experience being spiritual. So he always gives that story that God wants to feel how it is, wants to manifest himself, wants to feel how it is being in the illusion. Because you find out that Adam and Eve actually ate from the tree of illusion, what they call Maya. And when they ate from the tree of illusion, now they started knowing that, oh, this is good, this is bad. But in the beginning, there was just the God mind, like believing that everything is possible. And that's the mind that we all want to have, that you believe that everything is possible. Yourself, you are so beautiful. Whatever is happening to you is so beautiful. It's so good. It's so happy. But now Adam and Eve decided to eat from the fruit of illusion, from the tree of life. And then they were now entered into the illusion, what they call Maya, and they started knowing that, okay, this is good, this is bad. And now all of us are now living in that illusion, and we now say to ourselves that, okay, this thing is bad, this thing is good for me. But God made all of those things for the beauty of it. God made all of those things, and you remember when he made them, he said that it is good. He made it and said that it is good. Now, God is in existence in all of us to experience how it is being human in the illusion. He wants to experience how it is to be sick. He wants to experience how it is to be poor. He wants to experience how it is to be struggling or to be rich, to be a rich person. So that's why everybody has a different personality. But at the end of the day, can you raise your vibration to think like God would think? He said that he sent us here to be co-creators. Like, he means that, can you have the mind of Christ? Like, he sees life, he sees everything as God will see it. Can you see everything as God will see it? Something is happening negative in your life, can you see it as God sees it? Like, God, what will God say on this matter? Yeah, I'm having this situation, but God will say that it is good. It is for your teaching, it's for your learning. It is for him getting the experience. How will it feel like having this experience? All of us are here. We are spirit beings having a human experience. We are not here to go and be very spiritual. We're already spiritual. We came here to have a human experience. So while we are at it, can we have the best of it? While we are it, can we just have the best of it? And that's why keep saying in this challenge, in everything, can we just be grateful? Like, it's like, yes, I'm grateful for this thing that is happening. Sometimes it's difficult, but yes, can we just be grateful for everything that is happening? And the most important thing to be grateful for is our own selves. Because it is not the outer situation that defines you. It is the inside that makes the outer things to be created. I've been saying in this challenge, like, if you want your outer situation to change, the inner man changes first before the outer changes. And whatever is happening in your external world, it is because of what your internal world believes in. So you can only you cannot get past the level that you believe. So if you believe that something is not possible, you will stay in that not possible frame, or that non-possible globe, until you believe that it is possible. And that's why the Bible still says that if you ask for something, believe first that you have received it. You don't need to see how it is out there. You don't need to see the physical manifestation. Can you believe first that I've already received? It is your belief that takes you out. It's your belief that creates the awareness. It's your belief that takes you out to the place of receiving. But if you don't believe that it is possible, you limit what you're experiencing. So whatever you're experiencing in life right now, it is simply the limit of your belief. If you can believe even bigger things, then your experience gets even to bigger things. But if you choose to remain in your circle, you experience the same things over and over and over again and over again and over again. And you keep saying, that why do I experience it over and over again? It's because you have remained in that belief, and that belief gives you your manifestations. I kept saying here that you have to FTBA as if it has already happened. You have to feel, you have to think, believe, and act as if this thing is already done. So you put yourself in that already done state, and you smile, and you're peaceful. And what is prayer? If you pray and you come out of your place of prayer and you have not, and you still feel like going to pray for that thing, it means that you have not believed that you have received it. But if you pray for something and start acting like I already have it, means that you have now said that that prayer is already done, as in above it below, as in heaven, so on earth. If it is already done by my Father in heaven, it is already done here on earth. And you come out of your place of prayer acting like the person who already has it, then you have it. But if you come from your place of prayer and you're coming out of it and you're still feeling like, tomorrow again, I have to pray for this. Tomorrow again, and the next day, I have to pray for this, I have to pray for that. It means that your inner man has not been transformed. Your mind has not been renewed. So you have to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The picture has to be created in your mind. Then you get the transformation, because when your mind is renewed, you are now transformed into a new person, into a new belief system, into a higher level of belief. So it is not happening because belief has not changed. If your beliefs start changing, magic begins to happen. So what I want you to do today in the magic mirror is just go to your mirror today, in the toilet, in the house, in the bedroom, in your parlor, if you have a mirror there, wherever you have a mirror, just look at yourself today. And can you be grateful for who you are? Can you pick one or two things about yourself and say, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Smile at yourself. Be grateful for your life. You say, God is having a human experience with my life. So I'm God in manifestation. I am God having this human experience. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for this experience. So that's what you want to do today in the magic mirror. As often as you can today in your mirror. There are many people who cannot even look at themselves and say, I love you to myself. Because self-love is key. If you cannot love yourself, it's hard to love others. Many people cannot look in the mirror and say, I love you. I love the person that I'm seeing. Because he keeps complaining about himself. He keeps feeling unworthy. He keeps feeling lack of self-esteem. He keeps feeling bitter about his experiences. He keeps feeling one or two negative things about his own experience, that if he looks at himself in the mirror, he cannot really say, I love you to his own self. So the challenge today is, can you just look at yourself in the mirror and be grateful for your own life? Like, be grateful for all the experiences that you're having and say, God is having a human experience in me right now. These things that I'm going through is God having this experience. Can I believe that it can be better? Can I believe out of my limiting belief? Can I go out of my limiting beliefs? Can I believe above what I have been taught to believe and believe that everything is possible? The Bible says everything is possible to him that believes. So to him that believes, that the belief has to be first. You have to believe first that that thing is possible. If you don't believe that that thing is possible, then it is impossible. And nothing is impossible. So you have to look at yourself today. Please, the magic mirror, look at yourself today. Let that feeling of gratitude come from your heart to yourself to say, I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for God having this experience through me. I'm grateful to be alive at this moment in time. I'm grateful for that. Just find the things that you can be grateful for your own self, not for about things. Because many people think that it's about how much money I make, about how much clothes I have in my wardrobe, how many shoes I have, what quality of food I eat. No, it's about yourself. How grateful are you for your own life, for your own self? The more you are grateful for yourself and just yourself, not about my bank account, not about my clothes, not about just yourself. Be grateful for yourself. The more you're grateful for yourself, the more an abundance starts coming out of you to the world. And then you make the world a better place. So the idea is just to make the world more beautiful, make the world more happy, but it starts with you. Can you be grateful for your own self, for your own life? And once you start doing that, you start exuding beauty and happiness to the world, and the world becomes a better place, because as you meet people and send out that gratitude and send out that beauty and send out that happiness, many people start changing, their lives start changing because of you, and the world becomes better because of you. So today, look at yourself in the mirror, be grateful for your life, be grateful for everything that is happening in your life, and see God is having this experience to and through me. I'm happy for the experience, and just be grateful. So please, as usual, I love that you like our video. When you go to watch the video, when you're watching the video, just click the like button, and you might want to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our channel. And you also like to share this message to friends and family and say, just listen to this. This might help you. This might help you start to shift your life from today. This might help you just in the situation that you're facing. And when you send it out to them, remember to ask them to hit subscribe so that we have more people that we can teach to, have more people that we can reach out to. And when they hit the bell icon, whenever we post any videos, they will also be notified. So from next week, I promise to post daily videos on one or two things, one or two tricks that people can use to shift their perspective on life, and it will make people have amazing results, and make people's lives actually shift. So I hope that you'll be able to share this video to friends and family and ask them to subscribe. I'll be very grateful to hear from you. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section, the YouTube videos. I'll always come back there to answer the questions as quickly as I can. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now. If no questions, I'm going to wish you a very amazing day.
I'm just so grateful. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for lifting the spirit. Thank you for changing mindsets. Thank you for so many things. I'm grateful. I'll always be getting back to you, but for now, I don't have any question.
Okay, thank you so much, Auntie Constance. Thank you so much. I appreciate you have been participating from day one to today, every day participating. I believe that things are shifting for you. People always expect that it should be a big shift, like a tree should just grow right now. I keep telling you, it's the little things that you're doing daily, every day, the little gratitudes every day, they will compound. The little smiles every day, they will compound. So everything that you're doing, just start it a little, one day at a time. Don't break the sequence, just one day at a time. What can I do today for someone? What can I do today for my own self? What can I do today that will make something get better? If you can do one little thing every day to shift, to get better, you at some point, you will not know when it became a lifestyle. You will not know when it compounded. You just find out that it just happened. Like I was explaining to you my car situation. I'm in my car right now, and then I remember, like, when I started driving, like, my God, there are places I would not go. I'll park my car in our school and then take a taxi and go somewhere else because I was afraid of the traffic. But now I go anywhere I want. And yesterday, the thing caught me, and I said, I'm grateful to God. This has compounded over a period of time. Driving my car now is on automatic. I don't think about it. I just enter and I do this, and I'm driving, and my hand just goes to the gears, and I change them just in the way that it's supposed to be done, on automatic. But there was a time that I didn't know that could happen. And I was in a place where I was just starting, and I was making all the mistakes. And you know the way the traffic is, people will start insulting you on the street, like, oh, what are you doing there? You don't have a license and all of that. But I kept pushing, and I got to a point where everything now happens on automatic. And I'm like, when did this happen? So things will compound, not when you think that it should just happen, but it will just happen at the moment when you have insight has become so strong, insight has become mature. It will just happen on automatic. So once it starts happening on automatic, know that the inside has agreed, body, mind and heart and mind have come into coherence. They have agreed, and now that pattern has been those neurological connections have already been created, and then the thing now starts happening on automatic. If anything it has not started happening on automatic, just know that the patterns are not created yet. The thing is still in process. You need to work on it from inside out. Once the inside is established, the outside will just manifest automatically. That's how it is. That's how it is. So I wish you an amazing day, Auntie Constance. You have been practicing. Just believe that those things will compound to greater success, to greater health, greater wealth, great relationships with time, with practice, with coaching. So with some amount of coaching, because you cannot do that on your own. You need somewhere to back you up. You need somewhere to tell you this is what you should do. So these courses, these are free gratitude challenge, are just my free courses that I want to like help people with, but I have more advanced courses that I will teach people, but those are courses that come with some amount of energy exchange, some financial commitment that people will put in. But these ones are just my free courses that I give to, like, okay, how can I help somebody today? But there are deeper things that people will know that can start shifting their lives in tremendous ways. So I'm hoping after this challenge I might get to introduce that to people, and they might get to learn more things and start shifting. So that's what I actually expect that will happen. So I wish you an amazing day, my dear, and see you tomorrow. So tomorrow I will have my last day. It should everybody has to go to church, but tomorrow I have my last day here on this challenge, and then we'll move to other things. So tomorrow I hope you'll be there. I'll make it snappy so we can go to church. So see you tomorrow, Auntie Constance.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Have a great day.
Wonderful day to you too.
Thank you.